the dying lady. Roxanne? For those of you who are not familiar with Dick, let me offer a brief biography provided by a person who shall remain anonymous. Dick was born in Iowa, where he spent much of his childhood before moving to western Wisconsin with his family. From there, he moved to the big city, I'm not sure which big city, where he got his degree in architecture from the University of Minnesota. He eventually settled in Woodbury and was a very active member of the community and the Lions Club for many years. You may have even seen his name on some of the Woodbury Park buildings, donor boards, or at the Woodbury Veterans Memorial, Woodbury Lions Veterans Memorial. There's a couple of interesting tidbits about Dick that you may not know. Dick joined the Lions Club in the 1900s. Actually, around 1982, in fact. He is a Citizen of the Year recipient from the Woodbury Area Chamber of Commerce. We don't remember the year, but I do remember your speech and you acknowledging your mother rented a tuxedo for you. Dick is a master fisherman, really a legend in some circles. He has handed down his skills to me, Peter here, for his grandchildren. If there's a fishing secret he would not want you to know, is he used just a half a worm on the St. Croix River. Dick shot his first elk before his first year, an odd feat for a Midwestern hunter. When he did shoot his first year, a massive buck, it was on his birthday. His birthday buck now rests handsomely in his living room. The two are best friends. Dick can pull start a 200 horsepower Mercury outboard. Due to a broken starter, he learned this the hard way out on Lake Michigan while fishing with his two boys. Dick also can teach all types of swear words while pulling a 200 horsepower Mercury outboard. Dick is a master wing shooter. From open to close, even with frozen snot on his nose, Dick loves him some bird hunting. Dick does not, I repeat, does not like a perfect brain Manhattan with a little cherry. If you see him at a watering hole, you're not buying one, he hates them. Thank you, Peter, for these tidbits. It sounds like you and your siblings had a colorful upbringing. We didn't. All the previous tidbits, by the way, except the last one, are factual. As anyone knows who knows Dick, he loves him some perfect Manhattan. So Dick has a real passion for parks and places where people can gather to enjoy and celebrate life, or to honor those who have given so much. I remember him telling me once, a long time ago, that he had hoped the Lions would have built a lion park. I can see in many small communities. And that passion extended outside of Woodbury into Cottage Grove, and I'm sure many other communities. One summer, I was taking my granddaughter to hockey camp at South St. Paul Ice Arena. The arena was expanding and adding the new ice sheet. I happened to walk into the construction area, and there was Dick, building a new ice rink. Dick was also heavily involved in our local YMCA. He was a prolific fundraiser for the Y. Every fall, I would see his name come up on my caller ID, and I knew to get my wallet out. I came across a couple of simple sentences this morning during my devotion time. Doing is action. Achievement is successful action. I think those two simple sentences define the approach to Dick's 4 decades in the Woodbury Lions.
Yeah.
His achievements have truly made Woodbury a better place to live.
Yes.
Dick, thank you for all that you've done. You have certainly left your mark on the city of Woodbury and the Woodbury Lions Club. And we honor you today. One little more piece of business, and y'all can be seated. So, look out that window there. You see that beautiful Woodbury Lions Bandshell. I don't know exactly the date it was built, but I do know that tens of thousands of people each year are entertained from that bandshell. The programs the city does through Woodbury Days and other events. And you may not know this, but Dick was the designer, architect, and builder of that bandshell. He actually personally placed those letters up there.
Bandshell.
Woodbury Lions Bandshell. It wasn't after a perfect Manhattan. So one of the things I noticed as I looked at the bandshell there, your name's not even on that bandshell. There's a plaque where RDK Architects donated some money. But I've been working with Parks and Rec, and we're going to do a dedication for that bandshell. It's going to acknowledge the Lions. It's going to talk about the history of the bandshell, and it's going to recognize you as the architect.
Nice. Yeah.
Thank you for being a great sponsor to me and to many others, and for all you've done in this community. You are one of us.
Well, thank you all for the Lions Club and getting me to be a part of it.
We benefited more.
Enjoyed it all.
How did you know each other? How did you recruit him? Were you work together or just social?
No, he came, I can't even remember, to be honest with you. But somehow our paths crossed. And if you know Dick, he's not afraid to ask a question. Either for joining the club or raising money for any cause. I think he sold the most pancake breakfast tickets.
Yes.
He just has a gift of twisting arms.